This is that dumpster score, all nice and washed and cleaned and everything else. Pretty killer. I like it. It's very soft. And you're a clean dog. Yes, you are. But put all the mane and tail on him and sent him out in the rain yesterday. I think he thought he was being punished. But he wasn't being punished. He was getting clean. He was smelling pretty doggy. So now he doesn't smell so doggy, which is great. All right. To the core of it. Get ready to be grossed out. I'm not kidding you. I'm going to show you stuff. Okay. Public service announcement regarding wearing a mask and staph infections, also known as MRSA. So first, we're going to come here to natural news because there are some humorous things being said here. What am I doing wrong? 1, 2, 3, go. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Now, I don't know if you can see. Here, you can come up. Oh yes. You better stick your head out the window too. This is the Wikipedia description. Natural News, the Health Ranger. Natural News is a far-right conspiracy theory and fake news website. The website sells various dietary supplements, promotes alternative medicine, and climate change denial, makes tenditious nutrition and health claims, disseminates fake news, and espouses various conspiracy theories and pro-Donald Trump propaganda. Can you believe that's what the Wikipedia starts off with? That's so strange. Natural News. Let's go here. Ba-dink. Whoops. There we go. Let's go to search. Search. There we go. MRSA. Nope, nope. We don't want that. Okay. Search results. 1,000-year-old. Oh wait, what is this? MRSA is a superbug. I've seen that elsewhere before. On other medical websites, channels. The antibiotic-resistant bacteria, MRSA, methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus, which first appeared more than 50 years ago, is now being increasingly used as an indicator for the quality of hygiene in hospitals. Bed bugs carrying MRSA, public beaches, raw pork, and then, let's see, what else do we got here? Okay, I don't see the one I'm hoping to find. Alright, so we'll get out of there now. Right-wing conspiracy theorists. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Ah, oh no. There we go. This is the CDC website. Cover your wounds with clean, dry bandages until healed. How you prevent the spread of MRSA. Follow your healthcare provider's instructions about proper care of the wound. pus from infected wounds can contain MRSA. Do not pick at or pop the sore. Throw away bandages and tape with the regular trash. Clean your hands often. After changing a bandage, after touching an infected wound, after touching dirty clothes. Do not share personal items such as towels, washcloths, razors, clothing, including uniforms. Wash laundry before use by others, and clean your hands after touching dirty clothes. That is the bottom of the page. What if I see these symptoms? You cannot tell by looking at the skin if it's a staph infection, including MRSA. Getting medical care early makes it less likely that the infection will become serious. If you or someone in your family experiences the signs and symptoms of MRSA, contact your health care provider, especially if the symptoms are accompanied by a fever. Do not pick or pop. Clean dry bandages. Clean your hands often. What are the symptoms of an MRSA infection? The symptoms depend upon the part of the body that is infected. For example, people with MRSA infections often can get swelling, warmth, redness, and pain in infected skin. In most cases, it is hard to tell if an infection is due to MRSA or another type of bacteria without laboratory tests that your doctor can order. And they might be confused with a spider bite. However, unless you actually see the spider, the irritation is likely not a spider bite. How can I prevent? How common? 5% of patients in U.S. hospitals carry MRSA in their nose or on their skin. Who is at risk? Anyone can get MRSA. The risk increases with activities or places that involve crowding, skin-to-skin contact, and shared equipment or supplies, which below it talked about not hanging out with needle users. Non-intact skin, such as where there are abrasions or incisions, is often the site of an MRSA infection. Athletes, daycare and school students, military personnel in barracks, and those who receive inpatient medical care or have surgery or medical devices inserted into their body are at a higher risk of MRSA infection. In places such as hospital or nursing home, MRSA can cause severe problems such as bloodstream infections, pneumonia, or surgical site infections. In the community where you live, work, shop, and go to school, MRSA most often causes skin infections. In some cases, it causes pneumonia, a lung infection, and other infections. If left untreated, MRSA infections can become severe and cause sepsis, which is the body's extreme response to an infection. And sepsis is bad news. What is MRSA? It's a type of bacteria that is resistant to several antibiotics. So the reason I'm bringing this up is because, although it's extraordinarily difficult to find, I did find, in my very first search, I found stuff. And then I typed it back in, and those results did not come up. I wonder if that person was wearing a mask that they had worn too long. Ew. Yuck. Ew. Oh. Ugh. It's on YouTube. Ugh. Gross. Okay. So imagine getting that inside your nose because you were wearing a mask. Gross. That would be correct. That's very disgusting and gross. Yet, people are getting it. Now, one of the things that I was surprised to come across was, in which I went hunting for specifically, was MRSA
Hey, Internet
infections
friends. Since the last time we talked,
in 2017.
In Sherman's second march to the sea, the Wendy's was the first to be reduced.
20,000 people of 120,000 infections, 20,000 died. That's 17%. Oh no, that terrible corona. Anyway. Ugh. Where is Georgia? Well, it looks like it's down there. I got a monocle today. It's just one lens from a reader glass. It was laying on the ground. And so I picked it up, cleaned it off, you know. I got the tools on my cart. And so now, when I try to go read something inside the store, I just pull out the one little glass and I pop it into my eyeball. And then I read it. It's kind of great. Anyway, this is to help erase the previous images, which I did mean to make you a little worried about if you are a mask-wearing fool. I mean, person. And, woohoo! Oh. So glad that's in the dark. Who's that dog? Who's that dog? Oh, yes. As you can see, I'm drinking about as much juice as I ever drank beer. I put the juice in, then I put the water in. Got my little cooler over here. Oh, this is what we use to clean the dog. The dog, also known as Scarf. Scarf. Like that smell, huh? So do I. And dun 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 dun. Yeah, I have 2 more bottles in the fridge downstairs as well. So I'm getting all the peaches all the time. Alright, well, here's my new vape. It's tells you how many vapes you had. I don't know, I can't see what that number is. Pretty thick clouds right now, but I think it uses more juice as well, which is kind of too bad. They also don't seem to sell 1.2s, which is really weird. So I can only buy 0.6s. And a 0.6 is like vape all day long. Although I am smoking at work. 2 cigarettes a day, 4 days a week. I don't think it's going to kill me. And the rollies. Alright. Cherish this new love. And, like I said, some D&D people the other day, I like some chess with my checkers. And mainstream media seems to be giving us a whole lot of checkers. Alright, cherishes new love. Oh, no one wants to see that. That's just as bad as the other pictures. Be well.